Hey guys, I'm Zeon. And Aggro doesn't do his fucking introduction like last time.
I spent 2 weeks listening to you, bitch. My name's not Zeon. What's it for calling me Zeon?
I haven't bitched about that in a while. That's why I started going by Zeon for like the last 6 months.
Yeah, well, that'll do it.
Alright. So, hi guys, I'm Zeon.
And I'm Dr. Aggro.
And we just got out of Rainbow Rocks. God damn, this movie was really good.
Yeah, it was...
Like, this movie was better than it had any right to fucking be. And if you've seen like the previews and those little, what are those little?
You know, those shorts.
Yeah, those little shorts, those little vignettes that they've been doing to advertise. You know, those look like crap. Like for the most part, they're like other than like the DJ Pon 3 one, I was just like, the rest of them just like, oh, this is what we're getting. And you know, I'm just looking at it, I'm like, okay, so they get like the fucking pony ears and tails whenever they play music. Twilight's back for some reason. We weren't seeing any sunset in any of the footage. I'm just like, oh god, this is everything I didn't want the sequel to be. And then we started seeing better trailers. Well, I was seeing better trailers. I don't know what you saw. I think you just saw, what was it, the cafeteria song?
Yeah,
the Battle of the Bands?
I mostly was able to stay away from anything about this film, because for better or for worse, I was going to go in cold and just see what happened.
Yeah. But yeah, like I started seeing more things, better things, that just made me feel better. And I was like, okay, like I have a bit more confidence in this, you know. I didn't have complete confidence, because it's a fucking Battle of the Bands premise.
Right.
Nothing, like, everything about this just seemed wrong. Like, you know, especially, like I said, for those previews we were seeing, like, you know, them having, like, the pony ears again when they played music, the fact that it was a Battle of the Bands, we weren't seeing sunset, we had Twilight, like, shoved back in there. It's like, what the fuck is going on in this movie? Everything just screamed like, this is just terrible, terrible sequel material. And they made it work, and like, hats off if I wore a hat to Megan McCarthy. Just, goddamn, that shit just worked. Like, everything was done right. It was everything I really wanted the sequel to be. Like, you know, we got, you know, some great villains. We got so much character development for Sunset Shimmer.
Yeah. Yeah,
like, so much. Like, it just, like, her character has just come full circle by the end of that movie. And that was fantastic. I did not expect that. What else did we have? Like I said, like, the villains are fantastic. As you point out, they're straight up, like, Sailor Moon villains. Yeah. Yeah, you have, like, the leader, the dumb one, and the one who isn't the leader. Who you can tell really wants to be the leader. And if she could get away with shivving Adagio, she totally fucking would.
Which she might, man. I don't know. Some of these pony villains.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just, goddamn, that was just fantastic.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it was better than the first one.
I would say it was a lot better.
Like the first one, I liked it, I enjoyed it, but it's like that cousin you don't really know, you hang out with every now and then, and it's all right. Yeah. Yeah, go hang out with that cousin.
Yeah, and it was, you know, like, you know, we went to the first one, we enjoyed the first one, it was a fun, cool experience, you know. We spoke positively about that one.
I'm trying to finish this analogy for 2, but all I keep coming back to is, it's your hot cousin. I'm like, wait, no.
No.
No. Damn it.
Hot cousin by marriage? Like,
we need, that is a punk country band that we need to start or fund.
Yes.
And the whole thing is just, it's the budget. Yeah. There was budget now. There was more money, and you can tell.
Yeah, like, because, like, the first one was, like, I would say, season 3 quality of animation, which is what we had come to expect by then. And with, yeah, after seeing season 4, we were like, oh my god, like, this just blew season 3 and EQG out of the water. So the Rainbow Rocks kind of had, like, you know, it had a tall order, and, like, yeah, just, you know, the animation, and the animations for the humans are a lot better. You can tell they've become way more accustomed to it.
Right, they've gotten better at those models and making them not creepy and clunky and weird.
Yeah, the walk cycles are a lot better. I didn't notice any type of bad animation. Like, at least nothing like the first movie. The
villains cannot be in frame without jutting their hips to one side.
Yes, they are just hip-cocked at all times, like...
But they're not like paper doll, just like 45-degree angle anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, just, God, like, the imagery was really nice. Like everything in this movie just felt better. Like the story seemed better, the pacing seemed better, the character developments seemed better.
We had a lot more and better music.
Yeah, way better music. Like with the first movie, I don't know about you, but like the first movie, the only time that really clicked with me was the remix of the Friendship is Magic theme and the Cafeteria song helped Twilight win the crown. Like, those are like the only ones that really clicked with me.
Yeah, it's Twilight's shady campaign.
You're right. And in this one, like, I enjoyed like every song. I don't think there was a single song in the entire movie that just didn't resonate. I was just like, I went,
I felt a little bad because it seemed like Trixie's song.
Yeah, well, Trixie's song kind of got, like, she had one song.
Yeah, it was like pulled back a bit.
Yeah. Well, also I noticed, like, for our showing, I think this has something to do with the, like, just bad surround sound mixing for the theater. But, like, certain parts seem quieter than they should have been.
I think that was in the mix. I think all that background singing thing was intentional.
Okay, just like the audio just kind of kept changing oddly, and I thought like maybe there's something wrong with the theater speakers, because like when I watched those same clips online, the audio seemed more normalized, more balanced. And, yeah, it wasn't as, because it was kind of jarring for me, like, because like the characters would be like kind of like loud, but once they were off frame, it was really quiet. I was like, it happened like mid sentence too, and yeah, that kept catching me. I'm assuming that's just like a I'm hoping that was just the speakers in the theater, because yeah, we were seeing it in like a smaller theater. But yeah, like this movie was just so much better, and I imagine like if the first movie didn't like appease the EQG naysayers, god damn it, that wasn't supposed to be a pun. If this didn't if that first movie didn't appease them, like I think this one would. Like if this one does it, then it's just. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with this one. Like I feel like this one really covered its bases a lot better than the first one. Because I can understand why people had issues with the first one, but like those things, they were issues that kind of crop up in normal MLP whenever, things like the Camelot wedding, kind of story structure things.
Because the first movie, it just seemed like a long episode of a series.
Yeah, it felt like the pilot for Equestria Girls, the series, and less like a full movie. This one felt more like a movie, in something that we got in this movie that we didn't get in the first one, theming, because you had that great theming between Twilight and Sunset's character arcs, and how they just kind of crossed over, and that was really not. Yeah, there is so much shit bait in this, straight up, slumber party, they're in the kitchen in their pajamas, Sunset's licking whipped cream off her fingers. I'm just like, oh, that ship has sailed. Women and children off first. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. They definitely like the last time I see ship bait that hard in the My Little Pony series was well, really any scene involving Rara Jack.
Yeah, basically.
Because they for some reason they really like to push that in the series, and I would say that's. That EQG, Rainbow Rocks, kind of hit that level with Sunset and Twi. Yeah, this was just... goddamn, just everything was better in this movie. I could...
and clinch up, because Flash Sentry is back.
Yes, yeah, he's in there. He isn't in it to the degree, well, I would say he has about as much screen time, but he doesn't really play, the same role he did. There's obviously...
He's really only in it so when Twilight shows up, Megan McCarthy can poke you with a stick.
Yeah, it's like they were aware of the huge backlash they had from Flash the first time, so they try to make him as much of a non-issue as possible, but also put enough of it in there with referencing their previous relationship. For those people, who weren't bothered by it in the first movie. So it's just trying to hit that balance for both crowds. But yeah, just if you enjoyed the first one to any extent, I imagine you will like this one a lot more. Just that conclusion, holy crap! Without spoiling anything, the final battle is some straight up rock jam shit from Scott Pilgrim level.
I think one might describe it as truly outrageous.
Oh, I want to see that Hasbro crossover.
Oh my god.
Because I'm pretty sure Gem is owned by Hasbro. Oh. Honestly, I'm surprised we didn't see, like, an EQT version of the holograms now that I think about it. Like, that would have been a perfect setup for their own spin-off.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to get, like, the Dazzlers and the Misfits team up for the holiday special.
Oh, but yeah, this... Just, like, everything in this movie was right. Like, I cannot... Like, can you think of, like, anything that was particularly bad? Like...
Luna and Celestia's character design still bug me.
Yeah, I didn't care for them in the first movie. I still don't care for them in this one. I think everyone else just looks just fine, though.
I mean, being 80% leg by itself isn't a problem, but it's really not a problem when you're a horse. When you're a human, it's just, like, uncanny valley shit.
See, like, for me, it's their faces more. Their faces, and Luna's hair looks like shit.
Yeah, Luna just is weird.
Yeah, they didn't... Yeah, oh, we get way more, like, standard, like, ponies that we know, like, humanized. Lyra and Bonbon, oh my god, like there is so much Lyra and Bonbon, like, shipping going on there, like, I haven't seen this much, ship material for them since Season 2, where they just kind of kept poking you with it. This is just straight up, like, they're straight up dyking in this movie, I swear.
So, the Crusaders are back.
Yeah, the Crusaders.
Big Mac and Granny are back. Octavia's in it.
Octavia, bolt bicep. Let's see. God, just Trixie. Trixie plays a huge role in this movie. Like
Photo Finish has a few scenes.
Yeah, Photo Finish gets some scenes.
Cheerilee's not in it.
Yeah, I didn't see Cheerilee either. Should we mention? Or should we?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, we can't talk about one of them because you need that surprise because that was a squee moment for me at least. That was just. They put her in the movie. But yeah, also I like, like I said, like the animation, a lot better. Like the faces were way more expressive, which I really liked. They definitely got that down a lot better. Also, there was just these little subtle things, these are things that MLP has always been good at, but just there's these little subtle things I like. As I said before with you earlier, like Fluttershy getting the frosting on her face, and it's sunset that like wipes it off of her face. What was it? When the sirens are singing in the cafeteria, you can see in the background, like everyone's kind of in that hypnotic trance, but in the background you just see Vinyl just rocking out to her own music on her headphones. And it's a very subtle thing that you could just overlook if you're not paying attention, but yeah, it's there. It's just that thing that's just nice.
Packs so much characterization into just very little things that the animation's doing.
Yeah, and just like Sunset's character was just so satisfying.
Yeah, this whole movie was about her.
Yeah, it really was.
It was amazing.
Like if you had an issue with like her characterization, like she was so flat and boring in the first, they didn't do shit with her in the first movie.
Fuck you, why don't you like Gary Oak?
But yeah, this movie, there's just so much character development for her in this movie. I'm sure some people will still complain about little things like, how they kind of, come up with like a quick throwaway reason for the other 5 ponies to not be there. The fact that like Twilight builds a machine to activate the portal.
She's gonna get in so much trouble for that.
Right. For those who read the IDW comic, I feel like it was supposed to be a a throwback to that because they talk about the Sirens. They were villains at Equestria, and then Star Swirl had banished them to the human world, and and if you've read the comic arc Reflections, you find out that Star Swirl is the one that made the mirror portal to that world as well as other mirrors to other worlds. So I feel like if anything that's kind of like ties that continuity a bit better. And I really like that they did that, like whether it was intentional or not.
And they keep throwing so much of their shit away in Disney's Doug universe that I figure at some point Captain Planet's going to show up to stop the littering. Because that's all they fucking do with their problems. They banish them to there.
Yeah, just it's kind of fucked up because you take.
I'm kind of surprised Luna didn't end up there.
Right, like with all like the malevolent, like the fact that they just keep throwing like malevolent shit to this world is kind of. It's kind of like this fucked up dumping ground.
Right? It's like in this world, high schools and no magic. Alright, why not?
Right.
Fine. I'm a benevolent horse god.
Suck it, humans! Yeah, trying to think of anything else that was noteworthy in this film. Because I feel like there's more to touch on. I mean, there's the after credit scene, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Like, stay past the credits. I mean, I don't know if you need to be told this, but do not leave, because there's a setup for the third film, and it's like one of the biggest squee moments I had during that movie. There was a few squee moments because, like, also a lot of throwbacks to the original series. I really like that. If you consider it like shameless fan pandering, fuck you. Oh, they're pandering to the fans. Fuck you. I like being pandered to. Cater to me, goddammit. Fuck those little girls. Don't actually fuck those little girls, though. That is illegal and immoral and wrong and bad. Whew.
Dodge that bullet.
Right? Whew. Doesn't matter how autistic you are, that shit isn't gonna fly in court, guys. Ooh. Am I? Oh, God. I can't believe I just went on that tangent. God damn it. Okay.
It doesn't matter how autistic you are. That shit isn't gonna fly in court.
Like, that's the worst thing I've ever said in front of you.
No, but it will be the most ironic when someone reads it into state's evidence.
Okay, so... Okay, I think that sums up pretty much everything we had to say about the movie. That's spoiler-free. So yeah. I think it's like all the major stuff. So yeah, if you had like any worries about the film, if you enjoyed the first one to any degree, if you thought like, it was at very least okay, I would say definitely check this out. I consider it like the best thing McCarthy's written. Like, if at very least it's on par with Princess Twilight Sparkle, the two-part from season 4, the first two-part from season 4. Where would you place this, like, in quality of, like, the show's writing, and at least Megan McCarthy's writing?
A gentleman doesn't rank.
Fair enough. So, yeah, I say totally see it, you say totally see it, yeah. Okay, so we're getting into the post-credit spoilers in 3, 2, 1, and I put the fingers up in the wrong order, or I was doing, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Shut up.
I guess it really doesn't matter how autistic you are.
Okay, so yeah, post-credit sequence, we get to see the twilight of the human world. Holy shit, like she has, like, like the conspiracy theory web going on.
A beautiful mind shit.
Yeah, she's just, it's like, and you see her, like, hair kind of messed up, pulled back, glasses, lab coat. She's got, like, her version of Dog Spike in the background. She's just like, yes, there's definitely something going on at this school. And it's just like, holy shit! So we already have our setup for the third film, and I guess we already have our reason for why Twilight will, like, our Twilight Twilight proper will be back for that film.
I don't know, man. Like either Twilight Prime shows up in Doug Universe, or Doug Twilight fucking finds her way back to Equestria.
Either or is cool.
Because she may or may not be the villain of the third movie.
Yeah. Like, I could see her...
Right, on the one hand, it's Twilight, and, maybe she's just the antagonist, because they gotta, like, stop her from finding out horse magic, or not, because nobody seems to care.
Right.
Or, because this is a Twilight who has grown up with no Celestia to mentor her. Yeah. No friends.
Yeah, no friendship of magic. Like, she hasn't had, like, all those experiences. So this is a person who has, like, absorbed themselves in their solo educational training, just cutting themselves out from the world.
So imagine if Twilight, with no friends, with no safety net, with no social conditioning, goes lesson 0.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... So yeah, I am really, really excited for the third film. Because, like, I was excited for, Rainbow Rocks when it was first announced. Then I heard the premise, I'm like, fuck. And then we saw the videos, so it's like... okay, I felt better about it. But this one, I'm just, right from the outset, like, this sounds awesome, and I'm excited. I'm curious what kind of MacGuffin they're going to throw into this to sell us toys. Because I guess whatever MacGuffin that they put into, Season 5? Yeah, we're on Season 5 coming up. So, yeah. God, just, whew. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next year and our next Pony movie. And what possible ramifications this end credit sequence will have on that film, and how this whole thing's going to play out. Because making Twilight a villain is just, holy crap. Like, I'm hoping that's where they're going with this, because, this isn't our Twilight. This isn't Twilight proper. This is fucking Doug Twilight. So yeah, I'm totally stoked about that as well. Anything you want to add to this?
Nothing that isn't a terrible shipping joke. So,
Yeah,
but this does, as I said earlier, actually give us reason to believe that we may fucking get, son of a bitch. Shining armor.
oh yeah, shining
in movie
armor.
3.
Yeah, we might see like a human shining armor. He may or may not end up beating the shit out of Flash Sentry. Like,
Which I think that's a compromise we can all agree on.
yeah. Like, I personally never hated Flash Sentry. I thought he was perfectly serviceable in the first film. I think
He is a high school kid who plays the electric guitar, wears a leather jacket, and has a custom blue Mustang with his personal logo on the hood. That kid is up to his ears in pussy.
Yeah, like he is the Magneto of pussy. He just brings it to him and bends it to his will. You okay, Aggro?
He is the Magneto of pussy.
Yes. Alright guys, that's our review of Rainbow Rocks. Go watch it!